Is secular music of the devil? This is another kind of debated question in Christian circles, is should we only be listening to Christian music, or is secular music okay? And I kind of am on the philosophy of whatever you feed yourself most is what you become. And so kind of this sponge example, if you have two buckets, one bucket's clean water, the other bucket is this nasty toilet water. If you and you have a sponge, you keep dipping your sponge in the nasty toilet water, and eventually somebody needs clean water, and you squeeze that sponge, clean water isn't coming out because you've been dipping that sponge into toilet water, and so that's what is going to be squeezed out. So life has a way of squeezing us, and life has a way, so that whatever we've been ingesting or soaking ourselves in, that's what's going to come out. And so I'm not saying that we should never listen to another song that doesn't have the name of Jesus in it, but what I am saying is we just need to make sure that we're fixing our mind on what the most important thing, and that's Jesus. So Philippians chapter 4 verse 8 says, "And now, dear brothers and sisters, one final thing, fix your thoughts on what is true and honorable and right and pure and lovely and admirable. Think about these things that are excellent and worthy of praise." And so that's kind of my thought. I'm not saying every secular song is been composed of by Lucifer himself, but what I am saying is just making sure that the thing that we're focusing on most is Jesus.
Excellent. When someone says to you, God didn't make us, or God didn't make the earth, what do you say?
Good question.
So this is kind of like an apologetics question, and if you're at senior high small group, we kind of been going over this for the last semester. But if you weren't, there are a million resources out there, but I'll kind of tackle one potential answer that you could say. So if you look around, you see creation everywhere. Everything is so intricately created. We don't even know, we can't break an atom apart, right? There's so many different parts all working so perfectly together, like a puzzle really. And this begs there to be a creator, someone who created it. It didn't just come from a boom, right? When a tornado goes through a city, it doesn't leave it neat and orderly, right? Yeah, it tears it apart, it rips it to shreds. And so
You're not getting a Rolex from if a tornado goes through a trailer park.
yes, exactly. Your laundry doesn't come out folded when it comes out of the dryer. So the same exact thought that someone had to create everything to be working so perfectly together. And so when your friends say God didn't make us, or what do you say? You say, well, who did? Because somebody had to, and I believe that God